Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Hard West 2 with me, Bring It On. Let's set up camp and speak to our companions. Chapter 4.
Soon after I was driven out of Mornwood, I joined a traveling circus. We performed through the whole Hard West with a bunch of wild animals and carny freaks. Those were good times. You'd be surprised how much everyone wanted to believe that my best bit, switching places with another guy as we're locked in coffins, was just some trick of smoke and mirrors. I think the ringmaster, Henderson, he knew the truth, but he never said a word about it to the others. Now I wonder how many of the other performers harbored some dark secret of their own. Anyhow, that's where you and Kestrel found me and offered me good money for help with a con you were pulling off. After that, I never looked back.
Alright, speak with Lazarus.
When I met Solomon DeLear, I felt an instant kinship with the man. Did you know that he once helped rid an entire state of a strange psychosis? He lost his way later by dabbling in the dark arts, but one day he was reborn with new purpose, just like me. Working together with Solomon makes the two of us unstoppable. His scientific genius complements my faith and my guns. We can speak with each other on a level few others can reach and grasp ranges farther than he could hope to manage on his own. It's been an excellent arrangement for us both.
I thought Playlist leveled up as well, right? Oh, I guess not. Alright, let's check out the Canyon Blockade. The Shadow Dance camped at this end of the bridge, blocking the tracks not only with logs and rocks, also with at least a dozen of their Wendigo monsters. Scout the area. When we got near the southern bridge, we saw a big camp of the Shadow Dancers and a whole herd of those accursed Wendigos. We need an army to punch through to San Argent, where Solomon awaited us. An army, or a cunning plan. So he saw one group of the missing cows. Let's go back and grab that real quick. Some cattle that ran from the farm. Investigate. It seemed like two native women were already taking care of the cows. One was milking as we approached. They didn't seem very disturbed by our presence. When we explained the situation to the women, they told us that their tribe desperately needed food due to the demons devouring everything in their path. Those cows do not belong to them. We should return them to their owners. Come on, they need food too. Those cowboys have other cows. I'm gonna hold up my end of the agreement and side with Lazarus. Take the cows.
The only smart move here.
In the end, we took all the cows and left the proud women with nothing.
Be wary. Riding in the sun like this makes us quite a target.
Oh, we can return partial. Approach the farm. Yeah, return the cattle. Okay, so yeah, we get $25 per herd. The owners paid us for the task well done. It's hard work being a cowboy.
need to hurry.
Let's keep going.
Avoid penance for now.
Here, follow me.
Let's check out the silver mines. It was just another abandoned mine. A solemn remnant of a silver fever from years ago. It seemed like it used to be a good one. Long, twisting corridors bored deeply into the rock. Search the mine. It's hopeless. Without a map, we'll just get lost in those corridors. Let's turn back.
It's good to be out of that freaky winter.
Oh, I heard cows moving. There they are.
Let's keep going.
I investigate. Cows just stood there, grazing, but wary of our presence. Guys, does anyone here have any experience with whatever this is? Bill?
Time to shake off the dirt of the grave and get moving again.
Terrified of Bill's undead stench, the cows got moving fast. We were done in no time. I don't know how his undead stench
Nothing
helped
but
us
rolling
wrangle him with a
hills
rope,
and
but
plains.
I'm glad it worked out.
Are we there yet?
I ransacked Coach. We approached a coach abandoned in the middle of the prairie. Both horses were dead. Same for the passengers. Whole family by the look of what was left of them. Investigate. Look at all the arrows. And the family. They've been scalped. It had to be shadow dancers. Or other natives.
You people really have a weird fascination with mutilations. They could have been scalped by any bandit to make it look like a native raid. Same with the arrows. Could be just a ruse.
I mean, he's right, it could be a ruse, but we know shadow dancers are in the area. So my bet's on natives. Or at least shadow dancers specifically.
The only smart move here.
I got an achievement. Not so saint friend. We better track down those natives before they decide to jump us too. And it did lead to another quest. And I think Lazarus is maxed out. Alright, so we have eye for an eye. At the start of his turn, if one of the posse members has fallen, Lazarus adds 10% to his bullseye chance. And a tooth for a tooth. At the start of his turn, if half of the posse members have fallen, Lazarus adds 1 to his weapon damage. I don't like those effects. Look, the horses aren't even shoed. Natives, I tell you. Old fool. Look at the remnants of the camp. The tin cans look native to you too. Shut up, both of you. Can you hear that? Now we all heard shots in the distance. We heard our horses and followed the thundering gunfire. Seemed like it was all over when we got there. We found the bandit camp, but most of them were dead or dying already. To our astonishment, the gang was mixed. Natives and settlers, working hand in hand, to kill and rob their neighbors. Gotta admit, I felt pretty stupid at that moment. Both Lazarus and Deer suddenly were quiet. It seemed the mixed gang argued about something. A shootout ensued. None survived. Evil does not have a color, you know. I ransacked the camp. Angry and embarrassed, we scoured the camp as quickly as possible and left the bandits to the vultures. Oh, and that lead to
Let's
a
see
fight.
what's over
but
there.
I guess it did, just not for us. Scorndale.
Good to finally feel the warmth.
A widow's home.
Let's go.
In the distance, we saw a small gray farmhouse. A couple of emaciated nags and a cow roamed freely nearby. On the porch of the house stood an older woman. Approached the porch. Howdy, ma'am. No need to be alarmed. We're traveling on our own business, and I just wanted to ask for directions. The woman wasn't scared. If anything, she seemed excited to see us. She was over 40, but still looked quite nice, despite a cloud of sadness hanging over her. I ain't scared, cowboy. I'm actually glad to meet you. You have a priest with you. I prayed for days for God to bring one about, and there you are. What strange providence. Are you in need of assistance, my daughter? We sat down on the porch, for the weather was nice, and the woman, Sylvia, brought us some coffee. She promised to tell us her story when we were ready. Listen to Sylvia's story. I've been a widow for 3 years now. My husband was buried alive in a mining accident. For 3 years, I mourned. Finally, I felt prepared to accept my fate. I'd saved up some money, was ready to leave this place and try my luck in the city. And that's when my Thomas came back.
Son of a bitch!
For a moment, I thought it had all been a horrible mistake, that he had somehow miraculously survived and returned to me after all those years. But as he came closer and closer, oh, I still can't believe it. He was dead. His face, his smell, it was horrifying. But the worst part is, that he doesn't seem to understand what happened. He's confused. He tried to take care of the farm, but the animals were scared of him. I was scared of him. Now I'm stuck here with him. Please, I need help. I don't know what to do. He's a stubborn bastard then. How's the vow go, Lazarus? Till death do us part?
You think this is funny? Imagine your own loved one returned like that to you. Would you laugh then? Oh, I forgot. You never had a loved one.
Help the widow. Alright, Sylvia. We'll help you. Where is that undead husband of yours? God bless you. I locked him in the attic. I didn't know what else to do. Sylvia unlocked the attic for us and went for a walk, away from the house. We stood under the ladder, and the smell of an open grave wafted down onto us. I am interested to see Bill's interaction with another undead character, but Sylvia did ask for a priest, which I think Lazarus isn't really a priest. I'm sure we'll figure that out later. It's your show, Padre.
Greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Our Reverend climbed into the attic. He spent a lot of time there. We heard some whispers, a well-known hymn, and then, after an hour or so, a single shot. Lazarus carried down the body, wrapped in some linen. We rustled up some shovels. The preacher performed a small ceremony over the fresh grave, the widow at his side, praying. There would be no coming back from this death. I could see the widow finally felt at peace. I don't know how to thank you. Here, at least take some of the money I saved. I still have more than enough. And with that, we left the widow and went our way.
Stop making such a ruckus.
Let's check out Scorndale next. Scorndale was one of many ghost towns in the Hard West. While the folks who'd once lived there had departed, no one knows for sure. All they left behind was a carcass of a once prosperous town, devoid of any worth. Look around. There's nothing here. Come on. The third area we've been to that we can't do anything with yet.
I wish we could ride like this forever.
There's supposed to be cows to the north.
That way.
Oh, there they are.
Nothing better than a
very
ride
north.
along the prairie.
I guess it is north from the farm. Alright, investigate. Phew. Something wrong with those cows. They were attacked by the Wendigo, and their wounds are already festering. They're in the process of changing into something else. Any ideas, dear? It seems a waste to just kill them. Maybe not all of the cows were bitten. I'll go around and look at them, but only put down the weakest. Right. We can bring the rest back to those cowboys, and we'll warn them, just in case. Okay, all done. And where was that? I think it was this guy that sold the chain rifle.
So pleasant to the eye.
Alright, so we can have him examine 2 more of our companions. We'll start with Flynn. Let's try with Flynn. My pleasure. What do we have here? Yes, my apparatus definitely shows something. An occult aura. Seems like you have powers, miss. Powers that came from a deal one of your parents once made with a demon. That's all I can discern.
Seems like the first rule of dealing with devils should be never make a deal with the devil. But what do I know?
Alright, and Lazarus. Maybe you. God bless, Reverend. Let's see. So many scars. Claws, teeth, and that eye. You had a lot of run-ins with the weird stuff out there, didn't you? I gladly exchanged notes.
And he smoked the men of Beth Shemesh because they had looked into the Ark of the Lord.
It means that there are things not meant for mortal men to know and understand, Dr. Bott. But yes, we might talk, once our mission is finished. Oh, wanted to trade as well. Alright, so it wasn't him.
Wish I could smell the air. Scent of fresh rain and ripe cotton.
Yeah, 280. We'll grab that. Features carbine, I guess we'll give to her. Or to Jin.
I know these hills.
Alright, not a lot left to do besides go to... Can't reach the World's Edge Saloon, can we? Alright, Hartman Ranch. Let's go over here real quick. I'm guessing there's a whole other half to this map we can't reach yet. Hartman's ranch was vast, and well protected too. Those lands bore no cattle or horses. For Reg Hartman dealt in another kind of merchandise, weaponry, which he warehoused in his numerous stables and barns. A pretty white manor stood at the center of it all. Approach the guards. I'm Carter, and this is my posse. We're here to do business with Reggie. I'm an old friend. guards did not comment. They forced us to leave our guns behind, so we complied. With our special skill set, we weren't intimidated, nor did we feel truly disarmed. As one of them led us to the manor, I made sure my guys knew what they were getting into.
Hartman is a tough and smart bastard. Do not think he's all just talk and charm. Not for a second.
Gosh darn me to Jericho. If it isn't Jin Carter himself. Welcome back. And you brought friends. Very good, very good. Come, sit. Drink with me.
Hartman, you crazy goddamn bastard. Looking good. Being out of jail suits you.
Nah, you know me. I need my space open. But what brings you here? How can I help? It's a long story, but we need some stuff. I was hoping you might help. I'm all ears, pal. Talk with Hartman. Come on, let's get into my office. We'll talk business. Comment on Hartman's business.
Built yourself a cozy little empire here, did you?
That I did. You like my operation here? I've grown a bit since we were selling stolen cannons back to their unwitting owners during the war. Explain your plan. I explained the plan to Hartman, omitting our reasons to venture to San Argent. He was wise enough not to ask.
To pull this off, we're gonna need 3 things. A train, powerful explosives, and some serious firepower.
As for the firepower, you came to the right man. I have just the thing for you, and I'm in a generous mood, so I'll gladly lend it to you. Stop beating around the bush. What's the cost? Oh, I like that. All business. Right. My price. I need to secure a loan from Trampletown Bank, one that I won't be too keen to return anytime soon. You know what I mean. Preferably in gold.
This is madness. Can't we find a more rational way to proceed? Robbing a bank? Seriously.
You know me, Carter. A tit for tat. That's my final offer. Rob the bank. I'll be ready to give you the cannon. Seems like we don't have much choice. We'll do it. Fantastic. And you don't have to worry about lawmen. It's a private bank belonging to Victor Brass, an industrial mogul. He might get mad, but he won't issue wanted posters after you. He doesn't want that kind of attention. We'll need a train. I bet you already thought of going to Penance. You're right to do so. It's the best place for that kind of job. We'll also need explosives. Explosives are like weeds these days. Easy to find, hard to pluck properly. You can find some in an abandoned mine not far from here. I'll mark it on your map. Let's hope no one took over the place.
You have a lousy taste in friends, Carter. That's lucky for me. But real bad for you.
Alright, we have 3 fights to go. I start with the... abandoned strip mine. Which, I guess isn't so abandoned.
I feel Mammon's presence someplace else. We're safe. For now.
I read this before. Approach the mine.
Something's not right. I don't see any smoke. This place is too silent for a mining operation. We better be on our guard.
You get the explosives. Yeah, rumors. Ugh. The mine is full of revenants. Worse, I heard that the caves hide lousy witches who have miraculously learned to summon and control the undead. Beware of them. Shoot immediately between the eyes as soon as one of the heads pops out of the hole. Main objectives. Gather all the explosives you need. We have $40, a time bomb, and a King of Hearts. Then side objectives. Find more blue dynamite, which will give us more blue dynamite, and obtain the recipe for blue dynamite. We'll get the blue dynamite recipe, which we can give to... I think it was the snake oil salesman, right? Oh, she doesn't even have any cards.
again! I dare you! And I'll spill your guts to show...
Let's keep Old Man Bill.
all the colors of the wind!
I think Old Man Bill's power will be good against revenants, because there's usually a lot
This
of them.
place looks dead. I don't like it.
Yeah. Where are all the workers? Look at those glowing rocks. Doesn't it remind you of something? What did it say they were mining for, actually?
Guns out, people. Knowing our luck, this place isn't safe.
You bunch of old women. We're here to gather the explosive charges, and we're not leaving without them. Let's go. Yeah?
Alright, I'm actually going to call it here. Next time we will clear out the, well, quote, abandoned strip mine and gather the explosives. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.